Alright guys, we are back live. So if you guys are here, please come back. Okay, we are live. I guess we are live. I'm not sure. Big apologies guys. I'm so sorry about my internet. See, I live in Goa and Goa has this massive internet problem, and yeah, I had to move into my living room where I have my main router. The extender for my Wi-Fi in the bedroom was not working, so apologize. Okay, I guess I'll have to wait a couple of minutes till you guys are back. Okay. All right, is the connection fine now? Please let me know, because I had to move the whole setup in under 5 minutes into my living room so I can use the main router. Thank you, sir. It's good to be back. Now, I wanted it to go smoothly, but living in Goa is a pain with the internet connection in Goa. And we have, I think, Harnoor Bhinder. I don't know if it's the same person, but did you win because your YouTube account name is something else, but are you the one who won the giveaway yesterday, Harnoor? Because your email ID is Harnoor, but your name that you used to win the account that you used to win the giveaway was different. Anyway, so it looks good. We are back live, and again, I apologize. Conan, so yeah, welcome back, much better. Yes, this is the thing with technology, right? You depend on it and it goes well sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, guys, please hit that chat and congratulate Harnoor Bhinder. Is actually Satinder, but is using a different name. But it's been verified. Harnoor Bhinder was the one who won the giveaway for the 1,000 subscribers. The Desert Car people have got in touch with him. They posted on their stories, the whole video, the announcement, everything was posted on the stories. So Satinder, Harnoor Bhinder is actually Satinder. So congratulate him for winning the 500 AED, which is 135 US dollars, or 11,300 Indian rupees. All right, guys, so without wasting any time, because I've taken 20 minutes of your time to come back live. So we have an interesting show, because this show is all about you guys. And we have the community showcase. I think I want to do this on a regular basis, where I ask you guys to send pictures of your watches, okay? One watch, the whole collection, doesn't matter. We will have more people join our community, so we won't run out of content to show, watches to show, collection to show. There won't be any dearth of collections when more people join this thing. Now, when it comes to collection, if you look at the market for watch boxes, I think the minimum, the slot for a watch box you see is, I think, 3, the one that the one that you can carry, the travel watch box. So according to me, if you want to claim that you have a collection, it has to be at least 3 watches. Okay, so let's talk about your watches. Okay, and at the end, I just want to get some ideas for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm actually already in talks with the Desert Card people to see how we can go about doing that. Maybe this time, pick 3 winners, and we are not too far from the 5,000 subscriber mark. So yeah, are you guys ready? So here, okay, let me quickly explain how the show is going to go. So it's not just about admiring the watch. So you'll have to react. I will show the collection, I will show the watches, I will share information of some of these watches to the best of my abilities, and you will have to rate these watches 1 out of 10. Sorry, rate these watches out of 10, whether it's 1, whether it's 5, whether it's 9, doesn't matter. Rate these watches, but then people whose watches are being showcased, don't feel bad if someone rates it low, because everyone have their own preference. Bad Boy Gaming, welcome to the show, right? Arun, welcome to the show, right? All right, so I hope the feed is fine. It's not lagging or anything. The Wi-Fi seems to be fine. And are you guys ready for the first showcase? And it is from one of our regular members. He comments on every single video and he's been there since the beginning. I really appreciate Satish sir and you know, for the support that you have shown. So I really appreciate it. So let's get started with Satish Rao and let's quickly take a gander at his collection. So this is his collection, right? Now you can see from what do you guys think of this collection? So this is all Casio, by the way, right? He's got a couple of vintage watches in the collection. So if you have any questions to, you know, if you want to know which slot is which watch, if you have any questions and if you want to know, and if you know, if you are inspired to buy a watch from this collection, then you can always, you know, ask me. You know, I have made notes of some of these watches in order. So if you want to know which is what, please ask me, or even you can ask in the chat. And you know, Sir Satish, sir, he knows and his collection, so he will tell you guys, right? So if you want me to zoom in or out on any particular watch, please let me know, because he has sent individual pictures of only 3 or 4 of these watches, but not every single one of these in the collection. So Conan says, great collection. Wait till you get to Conan's collection, and he's got some really crazy watches in there. Okay. Sujata says 9 out of 10 for the collection. Yeah, I really like this collection, but Satish sir, he has got this thing about gold. He's got a what do you call, a pattern, like he picks up mostly gold tinted, you know, gold shaded, gold cased watches, and it's something, you know, everyone have their own preference. So I'm sorry, I'm having my protein shake. All right, so in order, let me just give you a brief of this collection. So where is this? Okay, you can see this 3 watches on top, right? The one that is hanging on the top is that WS30, and that is a vintage watch, right? Okay, let me know which watch you want me to zoom in on, because the first one you see here, I'll go one by one. So this is the WS30, that's a vintage. I don't know its features, I've not had that. I know, I just made a note of the model number. So that is a WS30. Is this zoom good enough for you guys? So that's it, and you can see this watch here, right in the middle. That this is, I think, an NRDG WS30. Let me zoom in on that more. Satish sir, if you have, it's your watch, so if anyone asks questions, if you want to answer, please do that. Yeah, that is the NRDG. You can see the digital, big digital, and there is a digital display at the bottom at the 6 o'clock position, right? Now moving on to the second one, which you can see here, which doesn't have a strap. That is the DBC V50. That has a recorder, voice recorder. Okay, and it's very hard to find, and even if you find them in mint condition, they go for a very large sum. And then you have the Casio A171. Now I'm personally not a fan of this A171, the circular at the top right, hanging from the top. Not a fan of that. So that's a decent watch, some people like it. Now the top left here, which is the W300. I thought that was a WS30. Anyway, let me just zoom out. Okay, if you look at, let's go in order. You see the top left, the ones that were hanging, those are done. And the first one is the GBD 800. Now, I'm personally not a fan of fitness features on a watch because I'm old school, but some people prefer it. But that is a beast of a watch. GBD 800, I think that has got a step tracker. And then you get to the right of it is the gold cased with black strap. It's a W217H, right? Moving to the right is the AE 1400WH. Do we have a picture of that? Yeah. So this is the AE 1400WH. What do you guys think of this watch? So this is a world timer. This is more like the circular version of the AE 1200 Casio Royale. This is like a circular Casio Royale, the AE 1400H. Okay. And coming back to the collection, to the right of that is, what is to the right of that? That is the WS 1300H. Do we have a picture for that? No, we don't. We'll just have to zoom in. Okay. So the one on the fourth slot, on the first row, is right in the middle is the WS 1300H. Okay. You guys can go crazy on the chat section. I'm sorry, my throat is getting dry. And moving to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth, in that first row. When I say first row, I don't mean the top ones which are hanging. I'm talking about the slots, right? The fifth one is a G-Shock, and that is a G5600 UE, which I own myself. So that is this watch right here, the Tough Solar, the most basic Tough Solar that you can find, and if it's on sale you can pick it up for cheap. And the last one on the first row is a wall clock. That is the AE 3000. It's massive, okay? You have to see it on someone's wrist, especially if someone has a 6-inch wrist. I call it a wall clock, okay? It's massive, it's huge. And that is not even a G-Shock, okay? Do we have a, okay, wait, we have a picture. Look at that, look at the size of that. That is a beast of a watch, right? And again, he has a theme going. He loves gold. There's a gold tint on the LCD. There is a gold bezel. It's an illuminator. It's a wall clock. Trust me, it's a wall clock. I've seen it on some wrists. It's massive. Okay, you guys have to rate these watches. Okay, I would really appreciate that. Coming back to the collection. Okay, let's move on to the second row. Now this, okay, Satish sir likes the AE 3000 because it's a beast. Yeah, so great. Keyur is here. Welcome, Keyur. Okay, moving down to the second row. Okay, first one is the AE, what is that? 1300? No, 1500. So that's the AE 1500. Now, this watch is an absolute beast. You can pick it up for I think 1500 Indian rupees, and I have owned it in the past, but I sold it because I have G-Shocks and this looks like a G-Shock. So when I have to make a choice between this and G-Shock, I'll choose a G-Shock because it has more features. And this is a beast, and people who cannot afford a G-Shock, they get this because it is as durable, kind of shock proof like a G-Shock, except the buttons get pressed when it's dropped. But the display on this watch is incredible. It's massive, right? I wish I could zoom in more, then I'll go out of frame, then I have to minimize everything. But yeah, Conan, yes, they like to go ridiculous. They like to go ridiculous in terms of the case design, and they also tend to go ridiculous with printing every possible feature on the face of the watch, like illuminator and alarm chronograph and water resist. It's good to print, but sometimes with the word, the illuminator feature, they go crazy. They have to mention it in 3 different places, like the strap, like the bezel, and inside on the display. So they go crazy with the printing as well, and not just the design. You're right. Right? So then to the right of the AE, the second slot is the WS1600H, is a timer watch, and it has become popular among the masses who cannot afford G-Shock. They prefer these youth series of watches. So these are quality watches, and with Casio you are guaranteed that they will last for years so long as you take care of them, right? Moving to the right of that is the SGW200. It has a pedometer. It measures steps, and it's a vintage. I don't think you can find it anymore. I don't think Casio manufactures it anymore. This third one from the left, the bottom one, and I think it was released in 2008 or 2009. I was reading about it earlier, and it's a very cool looking watch, circular design of the case. And yeah, but again, I'm not much into the fitness. I'm a fitness coach myself, but I'm not much into watches that have fitness parameter, fitness trackers and all that. I don't mind owning one for the purpose of reviewing them, but I wouldn't want it for my personal collection. Next up is the GD400. Now this is similar to the GD350, and one of you guys have shared the GD350. And okay, next time I think we will need a picture with less brightness in it, because most of these have glare. Yeah, I'm getting these model numbers wrong because there are so many and getting jumbled up in my head. Okay, the GD400 is a beast of a watch, just like the GD350, and it's got a bull ring, and again he's got that gold theme going. And right to the next of that is a W96, right? W96. I'll just zoom in. I can't zoom in. Okay, the second from last is the W96. So I have this W800H here. So it belongs to this family of watches, which has got a very big display, digits displayed. And then to the right, the last row to the right is the GBA 800. Now if you look at the top left here, that is the GBD 800, and the last watch here is the GBA 800. They both have step trackers, except this is like an Anna Digi version of this watch, GBD 800. This is the Anna Digi GBA 800, right? People who are joining now, please. So that concludes Satish sir's Casio collection. So if you guys like the collection, please start rating it, okay? And I will get to Conan's collection in about a minute, right? Before I go on to Conan's collection, please guys subscribe to the channel, and we are gaining subscribers at a very fast rate, and I want to make sure that we have the subscribers become part of a community and we become a tight-knit group. And we also have a Reddit, okay? Just look up TikTok Treasures on Reddit and please join and become members, and that is where we interact with each other, share pictures and pass comments. And when we have sales going on, and if someone spots a sale somewhere, they post about it on Reddit, and if you get alerted, then if you see the post, you can always go and if you have the money, go buy it and stuff. So we use the Reddit for that, to interact with each other. And yeah, please subscribe, and also follow us on Instagram, tiktocktreasures.in. So I'll be posting some cool pictures of watches, and please follow on Instagram. We want to grow our Instagram page as well, okay? Now moving on to collection number 2. Conan, are you there? Are you ready? If Conan is not here, it's fine, but people will still get to see his collection. All right, this is Conan's collection. Aryaman, I'm so sorry. I want to speak in Hindi. मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ लेकिन बहुत सारे जगह से लोग हैं तो सबको समझ में आना चाहिए, तो इसलिए मैं हिंदी में बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. इसलिए ऐसा नहीं कि मेरे को हिंदी पसंद नहीं है, मैं हिंदी बात कर लेता हूँ, लेकिन I prefer to speak in English so everyone can understand. There is because South India से भी बहुत लोग हैं जो हिंदी उतना समझते नहीं हैं, तो they prefer English, so it's fine. Okay, we have Conan's collection. Conan is from the US and he's got his own YouTube channel. He does EDC stuff, and he's been with us since very long time, and this is his collection. So the first thing I spotted when I saw this collection is he's got two CA53 calculator watches, and one of them he said was a gift. But another thing that really stands out in this collection and from this collection, and I wanted to keep this as a surprise, but when Conan shared this on Reddit and I saw this and I saw those two Casio Duros in the middle, let me just zoom in on those Duros. Okay, when I saw those two Casio Duros, the blue bezel and the golden bezel, I got inspired, and within 10 minutes of watching that, I placed an order for a Duro. Right? I made a short about wanting to pick up a Duro, and I finally did it. It's on the way. But when it will feature on the channel, I cannot tell you. You'll have to watch. It will be a surprise, right? And it is going to be a very cool video. So this is Conan's collection. I love Casio Duro, the MDV 106 and with the Marlin logo. So let's go one by one. So we have the CA53 on the top left. Next to that is the Casio Royale AE 1200 WHD, right? Let me just zoom in more. Okay, that's the Casio Royale with the metal band. Okay, Conan's EDC, that is his channel, guys, so please check it out. He makes some really cool EDC stuff. The A700 is overpriced, but you know, if you look for, wait and be patient, and you know, when there are sales happening, you can find it for a good deal, and depends on which color variant of A700. Coming back to the collection, to the right of the Casio Royale on the first row, we have the it's a WVA M630. Is that right, Conan? And that has got a super lume, and it's very visible in the dark, and we don't have a picture yet, but yeah, here is the picture of the that watch we just discussed. That is a beautiful watch, the WVA M630, and that has got, I think if I'm not wrong, it's got yeah, it's a wave receptor, sorry, and it has got luminous numerals and the hands, if I'm not wrong. All right, okay, cool. Moving on to the next one, let's just move to the collection. Next to that is the G-Shock. Is that okay? Is that 5610U in blue with the blue tint? So the fourth on the first row, that is the GW M5610 5610, and you don't find this in India, but if you go on Desert Card, you can find it, and you can find it for 10,000, 15,000 rupees. And that is, this watch, the 5610, has got sort of a cult following. So if you go on Reddit and look for it, you will find people, they swear by this watch, especially the one with the red trim, the classic look. People are they're crazy about the 5610. I wish they released this in India. I guess it's because of the multiband 6 they don't release in India, because Indians don't have use for multiband. And to the right, the last one on the first row is a ProTrack Pre-RW 3500 with compass, and is it a twin sensor? Okay, all these features and model names, they get jumbled up in my head. I lose track of which is what sometimes, right? So that is a ProTrek PRW 3500. Okay, Satish just subscribed to Conan's channel. That is awesome. I love when community comes together and support each other. Awesome, Satish, thank you very much. I'm sure Conan appreciates it as well, right? Casio Tiffany restock. See, Casio Tiffany will never go, never come back in stock. You know, it's like, I don't know if they stopped manufacturing it. I don't know. Okay, let's move down to the second row. The one in gold, the first on that row, second row, is the MTP VD01, right? That is the, do we have a picture for that? Okay, let me just zoom in on this one. That is the MTP is Enticer, right? MTP VD01, really cool analog watch. I recently got into analog when I got the MRW 200. And to the right of that, the gold watch is our first feature of this Enticer on the show. And this is a slim, so not Enticer, sorry, Edifice with the Tiffany dial. Okay, the Tiffany blue dial, the EFR S108 with the Tiffany. In between the MDV gold and the Duro blue, you have the Tiffany, and obviously looking at the case design, you know, people go crazy about the Casio oak, the royal oak, right? The GA2100, and people think that I hate the watch. I don't hate a watch. I don't hate any watch. I just don't prefer some watches. I don't prefer the GA2100. Okay, it is inspired by the royal oak. Okay, and people think that it is the best watch. Yeah, see, best favorites, it's totally your choice. If you think that Casio is your favorite watch, is the best watch Casio ever made, it is your opinion, and I have my opinion. I don't think, you know, it is the best watch, because when it's best, it has to have a story, and it is just inspired by Audemars Piguet's Royal Oak. Okay, but the G-Shock squares are original design and they have a history. That is why I love squares. That doesn't mean I won't buy a Casio. I will buy a Casio, you know, for the purpose of reviewing them. So this edifice is inspired by the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak itself. Moving to the right of that is the Casio Duros. We have two Duros, one in blue, one in gold. I love both of these watches, right? Why is no one rating these watches? All right, do you guys love the edifice in Tiffany blue? Because that is a beautiful color in a watch, okay? And it's edifice. The shape is octagonal and inspired by Royal Oak by Audemars Piguet, which is, you know, people. The reason why people buy watches that are inspired by luxury watches, because they cannot afford luxury. I myself, I cannot afford luxury, but I don't mind picking up an edifice like that, because, you know, it's a cool design. Octagonal design is really cool. I like it, right? That is me saying I also like Casio, but I don't love it like I love the squares, okay? Because it is Casio, it's a brand I love, so why won't I like the Casio oak, right? So that's that. And we have the two Duros, and to the right of those two Duros is the MTP 1370. It's got a date display on top, and sorry, day display on top and date display at the bottom at the 6 o'clock position. At the 12 o'clock position is the day display, at the 6 o'clock position is the date display. He has the second box, so let's quickly go through it. We covered CA53, and to the right of CA53 is the most basic Casio watch you can find. And I don't know who it was, I think, and that is the MW240. I think some rapper in the US was found wearing this watch, and this watch is what, $10 or less than that. It's cheaper than F91, if I'm not mistaken. And to the right of that, the third watch on this row, on the top row here, is the SGW100, and that has got a twin sensor. When it's twin sensor, it's got a compass and it has got a thermometer, right? It measures temperature. And the last one on that row is the W217, if I'm not wrong, with a metal band. Right, that's right, Satish sir. This collection has got all the, the range of watches except for those high-end Mudman and the MTG series, but it doesn't matter because this is very eclectic. I love this collection. Wait, which is the B650? I think I got it wrong. Oh, okay. You mean the last one? Okay, sorry. I thought that was the W217. So that is the B650 WB. Right. My bad. They all look the same. The square design is inspired by W217. They have similar modules, by the way. And okay, Harsh, what are you looking for? What question do you have? Ask. All right, guys. So once if I miss any comment, like I want to review these, some of these watches that you guys are recommending. Please, go on the community section or come on Reddit and let me know so I can make a list, because a live chat, if I miss, then I won't have access to it, right? And I'm just one person, so I might miss a few chats. So, okay, this second row, he has got the W800H, if I'm not wrong, on a NATO or a fabric strap. Yeah, I mean, eventually, people stop buying Casios because they have too many Casios. But then Casio is smart. They release something new which is inspired some old model, and you're like, wait, that has got the same watch that I own but with upgraded features. I want to have it. Casio is really smart. Then you have this watch in white, which is the LF20W. I had my eyes on this, but it always makes it to the cart, but I don't go through with the purchase. I don't know why. And that also has got a bioresin, environmental friendly initiative by Casio. Okay, Conan says the W800H is his favorite watch, and it is his first watch. See, that's the thing. Your first watch is always special, right? So in my current collection, my first watch was, wait, what was my first watch? My first G-Shock was G5600, so I have a special place in my heart for that. Wait, my first watch was F91. And to the right of that is that W217H in gold with green NATO. Yes, that's the W217. Yeah, that's a 217H. Beautiful piece, square design, highly legible digits. People love that watch. Chanakya says your first watch is MRW218. I don't think it's MRW218. I think you're talking about the W218H. I have that watch in orange strap. I love that. And then the last two watches, MTP V10, VT01I, man, these model numbers and names. Okay, it's an analog watch. It's really cool. I like the color combination. And if it's an aftermarket strap, I love how you have combined, match the dials, the digits, the hour markers and the hands with the strap. You picked up the right color if it is the aftermarket. Then you have a watch that kind of was talked about a lot, but then now people don't seem to talk about it. It's the A700 WEMS. I have this watch and it is a beautiful watch. Okay, the last watch here. It's A700. It is super thin. I have reviewed this watch, so you can go check out the channel. And this is a negative display. It doesn't have the greatest display. The negative display on this one is not the greatest, but it has got a Milanese mesh bracelet. It is beautiful. I love a Milanese bracelet, and it goes well with this. It's got a really super retro bluish green graphics on the face. The trim and all the text, everything is in bluish green. Super retro, gives you the 80s vibe. So I love this collection. So Conan, thank you so much for sharing your collection with us. And people have not rated this yet. Maybe they're just busy admiring this collection. I really appreciate you sharing your collection with us. And let's move on to the next one. Suresh, here you go. This is a Suresh's collection, so I'm going to show these one by one instead of showing it as a collection. So he has, the first watch is the G5600. So Arun says 10 out of 10 for the collection. I would rate that collection 10 out of 10 as well, because some watches have a story. Your first watch, even if you end up buying more watches, as you along your watch collection journey, your first watch, even if it is not as great as all the subsequent watches you pick up, the first watch is always special to you. Maybe you got it with your first salary. It doesn't matter. Or someone gifted it to you and that became your first watch. It has a story. The thing about owning a watch is it's not about how much you paid for it. It's a combination of everything, but it's about the circumstances. It's about the situations. It's about where you were and what time what time in your life and like the situations you picked it up during. All these things matter, and that is what makes the watch special. And even if you scratch it and you remember where the scratch happened, and that scratch has a story, and that is the best thing about owning a watch. It's like the story they tell you. Like each watch will have a story. I have some stories about some of my watches. As to why I bought them and why they are special to me. It doesn't necessarily have to be an expensive watch. All right. And let's move on to Suresh. I don't think Suresh is here with us live, but we will go through his collection one by one. Let's not take too much time. So the first one is the G5600 UE. Wait. So this is not a G5600 UE, it is just plain old G5600E, which is the older module for G5600. And it has got the electroluminescence. The updated module, the G5600, this is the G5600 UE, same as what you're seeing here on the screen. And I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, this is the watch, but this is the updated module, and the one you're seeing on the screen is the older module. This has the electroluminescence. The updated module has the LED, super illuminator LED lights. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is the DW5600 BBM with those blue accents. Really cool. Are you guys still here, or did I lose the feed? Okay, someone take the initiative to keep the chat going so I know everyone is here, or I don't know if we are still streaming because of my stupid internet. Okay. All right, you guys are here. Good. All right. Don't ditch me. Okay. So this is the DW5600 BBM. Anyone who's joining us now, welcome. This one is a very basic. See, when it's DW, it's a basic G-Shock square. They come in all sorts of color variants. This is a negative display with all those blue texts. Moving on to the next one in Suresh's collection is the GW B5600. So whenever there is a B in the model name, it means it has got Bluetooth. So you learned something new today. I'm fine, Hardik. How are you? For a second, I read your name as Hardik Pandya, by the way. Okay, yeah, I know some of you guys are busy admiring the watches, so please rate the collection because they have taken some pain in sharing these watches with me. So they've made some effort to share this picture so they can be showcased, and they want to be admired. Okay, this is, I told you it's the GWB5600. It B in the model name stands for Bluetooth, and it has tough solar as well. And moving on to the next one. Now, this is an interesting G-Shock. I don't know if you guys know about this. This was released on the occasion of the 40th anniversary of G-Shock, right? So 1983 was when the DW5000C, the first ever G-Shock, hit the market. 93, 2003, 2013, 2023. So 2023, that is last year, is when this watch came out. It is the DW5040 PG. Now this is an anniversary model, and you can see the text on the dial, Project Team Tough, and that was printed to give a shout out to the first team that developed the G-Shock in 1983, right? And this watch, if you can look it up, if you can Google it, it has got the band loop and the buckle and the screw back case. Now this doesn't have that stainless steel plate with 4 screws. This has a screw back case, and you can find this watch in India, by the way. And they have a recrystallized stainless steel and a deep layer hardened ion plated stainless steel screw back case, the band loop and the buckle. And it's really different from the shiny stainless steel finishing. Okay, so you guys should check it out. It's really cool, and it's an anniversary model. And if you look at the display, the LCD, it's got a very strong gold tint. It's almost like it's yellow. That's how strong it is. And if Satish sir is here, you might love this, because I know you love gold, and this is a beautiful timepiece. Okay, it's an anniversary model released last year. Next is one of my favorite G-Shocks is GMWB 5000. I own this watch myself, but I have the negative STN display. Suresh has this in the positive display, all black, which is very cool, because when it is positive display, the digits are really crisp and they stand out. And I love this watch, GMWB 5000. It has got multiband 6, it has got Bluetooth, and it is tough solar. Imagine having a all metal G-Shock. It has got a screw back case, which means it has got metal lugs. Okay, it's extension of the core, which is stainless steel, and this is going to last 3 to 4 lifetimes at least. Right, so your kids, your grandkids, they can pass it down, and it becomes your generational timepiece. You can pass it down generations. It won't die. All you have to do is every 10, 15, 20 years, just change the rechargeable battery, because it is tough solar, right? Moving on to the next one, the DW5600. Okay, we've covered this. Oh, sorry, my bad. We have a Mudman G9300. This is the most basic Mudman you can pick up. Twin sensor with thermosensor and compass. Beast of a watch. And if you look at the Youth Series watch, the AE1300, it's the same size, kind of. But this is a G-Shock Mudman series. And I want to pick up a Mudman myself this year. So let's see how that goes. Then we have a non-G-Shock watch. Is this the first non-G-Shock watch in the show today? I don't know. Yeah, guys, if I miss any of your questions in the chat section, please, if any one of you can answer it, if you know the answer, please do that, because I have to cover all these watches. I don't want to take another 10-15 minutes. Okay, we have a Tissot, finally a non-Casio watch here. This is the Tissot PRC 200. It's a beautiful watch, really good build, chronometer, and I don't own a Tissot yet. Maybe this year, you never know. And it's got, I think that, I don't know what kind of bracelet that is. I think that is a super engineer bracelet or a Jubilee bracelet. I don't know, but it has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of links. but that is a beautiful watch. At the Tissot PRC 200, but the one Tissot that is becoming really popular is the PRX, but I don't know if PRX is my thing, because I've heard it has got nylon or plastic parts. I don't know if they will last for ages, but my thing about owning watches is they have to last decades, not just years, and that is why I love Casio, right? Moving on, we have this watch. Now this is, I'm very skeptical about Pagani design, because nothing about the brand name Pagani design shouts Chinese, but this is manufactured in China, and it has got a seiko movement, I think NH35, but they do use a few seiko movements in their collection, in their portfolio, but I think this one has an NH35 movement, and Kirtan's uncle giving us an intro. Kirtan's uncle is going to make a lot of appearance in some of my videos, trust me. Yes, Manohar, I have a Skimmy, but I bought a Skimmy watch to compare it with the F91, but I don't know if I'll buy any more Skimmys, but if I do get it, it is to compare it with the Casio watch that I already own, that Skimmy is paying homage to. So it won't be a different Skimmy, but it has to be paying homage to one of the Casios I already own, so I can do the comparison. I wouldn't buy a Skimmy just for the sake of owning it. Because some of these homage brands are coming very close to stepping over the line into being called copycats or copying the watches. There is a thin line between homage and copy, right? There is a very thin line, and some of these brands are kind of these days stepping over the line, and they are stepping over the line, and the only difference from the watch, the brand they're inspired by and their models is the branding. That's it. Everything else looks the same. Like this picture, this watch, for example, Pagani design, some of their models are so close to Rolex watches. Not about this one, not this one. Yeah, like this one, for example, right? Kind of like a Daytona inspired watch with the different color, but everything is same except for the branding. That's what I'm not a fan. So I don't know. People have been asking if I'll pick up a Pagani design. I'm really skeptical about it. I've heard things about misaligned bezels and stuff, so I don't know if it's my thing, but let's look into it in the future. So that concludes Suresh's collection. What do you guys think of this collection? It's very different. He seems to be a G-Shock fan, and he's got some really cool G-Shocks in his collection. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this collection. And we have a mini collection from Toy. Let's get started. So I'll show his collection one by one. So he has this Edifice watch, EFV 100L, very simple watch. He's got a leather strap, light brown leather strap with the, I don't know if these have lume in it, because see, I don't know all the watches. I have to explore them one by one. And yeah, it's a really cool toy. If you're here, great. If you're not here, you can always watch the repeat telecast. And yeah, this seems like a very simple watch which you can wear with your dresses, your shirts. Okay, Harsh says this watch has lume. So great, thank you for that information. Yeah, I really love the color of the strap, you know, it's really cool. And oh, Toys, oh, that's you, I'm so sorry. I'm just looking at the full name. I forgot that I'd asked you to tell me what name you prefer. You said Toy, and I just mentioned Toy. Right. So this is, thank you for sharing your watches. So I'm sharing 3 of your watches. This is the first of the 3. People like your watches. They like your leather strap. So congratulations on this buy. Moving on to the next one. Now, I told you guys, I don't mind buying a Casio. Now, if I pick up, the reason why I have not picked up the Casio yet is because, see, I use my own money. I have my fitness business. You know, I set aside some money to invest into the channel by buying watches. Okay. So if I pick up a Casio, it will be this or the all metal. Now this is the GM2100. This has got the all metal body and it has got a plastic strap, the resin strap or the carbon fiber strap. I'm not sure, right? Okay, Toy says the previous watch, this edifice is an homage to the Aqua Terra. Great. Thank you for that information. The GM2100. So if I pick up a Casio, I want to save money to pick up this one or the all metal, which costs about, with discount, I think about 25 to 30,000 rupees. So I want to save money for that if I pick up a Casio and not pick up the one that is all plastic, all resin, which is 7,000 Indian rupees. So, or I'll pick up this one, which has got all metal and it looks really cool, to be honest, like a resin strap with, this is like, if you guys know about the GW5000U, that's what it is. It has got a metal, sorry, I'm sorry. It has got a screw back case, but everything else is strapped. Sorry, it's not the right comparison, but I don't mind picking up this watch. If I have to review a Casio, I don't mind buying one that has all metal because this looks really cool than the all plastic Casio, which is you know, the GA2100. I don't mind buying this. It's really cool. Congratulations, Toy. The last one, okay. I'm going to tell you something. Now you guys have to tell me in the chat section. So then this next watch, Toy, please don't tell what watch is next. You guys need to tell me what watch I'm going to show next. Toy is third and the last of his collection. I absolutely love this watch. If you guys have been watching my channel, it is a G-Shock. It has a negative display. It has got one of the best negative displays of all Casio watches I've seen. It is a tank of a watch. I use this watch a lot. Okay, let me just repeat that. Let's make this fun. This next watch I'm going to show you is one of my favorite watches. It's my daily beater. I use this a lot and it's tank of a watch and it has got a negative display and one of the crispiest, is that the word? Crispiest? Okay. One of the most crisp negative displays that I have seen ever. Okay, with the gold tint. GBD 200, no, you're wrong. Okay, see the thing with GB, okay, so this watch is not a MIP display, it's not a memory in pixel display, it is just a regular LCD, but it is negative, standard LCD. It is not GBD 200, I know what you're talking about, that's the MIP with fitness trackers. It's not a GBD 200. Okay, since no one is guessing it. Okay, Moin Qureshi, GD 350. We have a winner. I mean, you didn't win anything, but GD 350, Moin, you are right. So that is the GD 350, Toy's last watch in the collection. I absolutely, did I bring it with me here? No, I didn't bring it. It's in my bedroom. I absolutely love this watch. Okay. In fact, I was thinking maybe I should pick up a couple of other colorways of this watch. Just give me a minute. I have to connect my laptop to the charger. I forgot to connect my laptop. Charging. All right. I absolutely love the GD 350 because look at the crisp negative display. I know there is light shining on it, but even in the dark, and the light, the super illuminator white LED lights at the bottom corners, they light up the whole screen. It's an absolute beast of a watch. Very, it's a utility watch, trust me, right? And I've already called it as like a battle G-Shock. You can take it to battle and it will survive even if you don't, right? So I love this watch. Okay, so we are done. So let me just quickly go through some of these. Okay, let me show you the last watch in the collection, then I quickly. So we have Keyur, and Keyur, if you are here, please say hey. And he has shared one of his watches, which is the MWD 110H. Now this watch has been gaining some traction on the internet because it's a very affordable watch. It's not a G-Shock. It looks like a G-Shock. Let me just zoom in on that. It looks like a G-Shock. Now see, this is where Casio is really smart. There are people who want to own a Casio that has got some bit of metal on the front and not the stainless steel back case, right? I'm talking about the front, either the case or the bezel, but they don't have the money to buy these G-Shocks which come with metal, that which cost about $100, $150, which is almost like 12,000, 15,000 rupees. So Casio is genius. Okay, whoever is sitting in the marketing meeting and giving these suggestions, they are genius. They just slapped a metal bezel on a very basic watch, and people wanted to buy it because it has got some bit of metal on a very basic watch, and that's not a G-Shock, and you can pick this up for 3,500, and if there is a sale you can pick it up for even 2,000 rupees, and that is absolute genius. And you will have a surprise on the channel in about 1 week's time. Just stay tuned. But Keyur, thank you for sharing this watch. It's a beautiful watch. Okay, it's very basic. It has got metal on the face. I don't know the features yet. I haven't explored it. Again, wait for the surprise because I am going to be sharing it on the channel very soon. Again, I won't reveal when, but it is going to happen. Also, at this point, I would like to tell you guys that I have ordered a watch. Okay, let's quickly play a game. Okay, I have ordered a watch that is not Casio, and it is inspired by one of Casio's Marlin series watches, which is dive watches, and this is not Casio. I won't tell which country it is from, but I got it for really cheap, dirt cheap price, and the watch is arriving in a couple of days. Can you guess what watch I'm talking about? Conan is waiting to hear from the WS1700. Yeah, please let us know on Reddit as to the status of that issue that you had with 1700. I would like to know, because when it finally releases in India, I don't want to pick up a faulty model, or no, I hope they fix it, whatever the issue was. So please, Conan, let us know on Reddit and update us when you find out about it. Okay, so did you guys figure out what watch I'm talking about? Okay, so Conan has this watch, as you can see on the screen. So the WS1700 is one of the latest releases by Casio, and it's sold like hotcakes first week of January in Japan, and US released it, and Conan picked it up, and there was some issue and he had to send it back. And so wait, I guess I missed one more. I'll come back to this. So we have the bigger Lebowski watch, who shared his watch, which is the AE1200 WHD Casio Royale. I had this watch, but I had to sell it because I picked up the all resin, which is a more classic version of it. I didn't prefer the metal band because I found it uncomfortable on my wrist. SJ Gaming, welcome to the channel. I'm sorry I've been missing a few chats. Okay, Arun is asking for a clue. SJ Gaming, welcome to the channel. I really appreciate everyone. If I missed your name, please, I apologize. Next time when I do a live, I'll make sure that I'll go through the chat, every single one of you, and give you a shout out. But Every one of you who's been supporting the channel, I appreciate you so much. SJ Gaming, thank you for that. Arun, okay, another clue. If I give this clue, if I answer that question, then I'm sure you'll be able to guess it. Okay, let me do that. Okay. Yes, it is available in India. Can you guess it now? Let's see. I'm waiting for your answer, Arun. It's not Q&Q Citizen. No, it's not a Citizen watch. Sahil says he has F91, he likes it more than... See, it's your personal preference. I like my F91 too. In fact, I like most of my F91 collection. I have all 18 colors of F91. And yeah, it's your personal choice. It's not a Timex. Nope. Kishore Prasad, AE1200WH isn't launched in India. It's a silver dial with black resin strap, only available. Wait, the silver dial with black resin strap, you know what, you should just check out my channel. What I did was I had the all resin and the WHD with the metal band. I just exchanged the strap. I swapped the straps, so that's what you can do. Okay, Arun is saying it's Titan Octane. Okay, you're right. It is Titan Octane. I picked it up today for, you won't believe it, I picked it up for, Conan, no, it's Titan, it's an Indian brand. I picked it up for 4,000 rupees. Titan, in fact, I bought a blue version on Amazon for 4,700. Then I was just going through some of the watches on Flipkart, and I found a black, I wanted to pick up the black version because, you know, eventually I want to compare the black with the black Casio Duro, which is on its way. So I want to do a side-by-side comparison of the Octane, Titan Octane and Duro. They kind of look similar, but the Titan Octane has got a chronometer in it. So it's arriving. I got it for 4,000 rupees. I canceled the order on Amazon because it was 4,600. I bought it on Flipkart for 4,000 rupees, the black version, and it is on its way. I cannot show it. I cannot wait to show it to you guys on the channel. All right. So guys, I think, well done Arun, good guess. You picked up the clues really well. So Conan, I will share the watch on the channel soon. So maybe, you know, you can figure out a way, if you like the watch, you can figure out a way to buy it, you know. Yeah, it is a good looking watch. I saw that online. I saw a couple of reviews. There is not a lot of people who have talked about this watch, because the only people who know about this watch or who have their hands on is Indian YouTubers, and you guys know there is not a lot of Indian people who talk about watches passionately. Even if you do find them, you know, come on guys, I talk about watches more passionately than, you know, any of the others. You guys know it, right? So that is why you guys are here. Come on. Okay, Kishore, you're confused between 5600 Solar 6K or Casio Royale 3K as my first Casio watch. See, if you had only 3,000 rupees and you're not willing to spend more, obviously you don't want to buy a G-Shock. But if you're saying you have 6K with you, why would you go for a Casio Royale? Buy the G-Shock Tough Solar. That will last your whole lifetime. It is Solar. Simple, it's a simple decision. Just buy a Tough Solar. Arun, you are Big Lebowski, right? I'm sorry, I have to ask because I get confused with the names in different places, Reddit and Instagram and okay, SJ Gaming, Lovik is here. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate your time, you know, attending the show. So we'll have to wrap this show up, guys. It's been almost an hour. 5600 is available for 4.7K on Amazon. So I love this community thing, you know. Satish has information, he shares it. Great, thank you so much, Satish. I don't believe a lot in astrology. My mom believes in it a lot. But if an astrologer says buy a gold watch, go for it. But then make sure you like the watch and not because your astrologer said it, told you to buy it. make sure you like the watch as well, because think about owning a watch is, it's for you. It's not for your sun sign or your star alignment, it's for you. So you have to like the watch, right? Okay. Okay, see, the thing is 5600, okay, so it's a choice. See, you cannot get everything in every single watch. There is going to be a trade-off. If you want legibility to tell time but doesn't have tough solar, it is not shock resistant as G-Shocks, then get the Casio Royale. Great legibility. But if you don't care about the legibility of the digits, but you've got all these other features like water resist of 200 meters, tough solar, then please go for the tough solar, because see, you can always tilt your wrist to see time. It's not like every time you have to see time you're going to watch it like this, right? So my money is on tough solar. But then okay, in Instagram you go by the name Chronos Hands. Okay, I guess the bigger Lebowski. Okay, you are bigger Lebowski. We have showed your watch already, so this is the watch. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, before we go, I don't know if are there any movie fans here, like Hollywood, because I have a question, and this is sort of connecting to a video that will come up in the next couple of weeks about, I have picked up another watch, a G-Shock, and I will be unboxing it soon. So here I have a question to you movie fans. There is a movie that is, I'm segueing into this because of the Bigger Lebowski. So Arun, his name is Bigger Lebowski on Reddit and even on YouTube, I guess. And there is a movie that came out called The Big Lebowski in the late 90s. Okay. What is the actor's name? I don't know. Was it Paul Goodman or John? Was it Paul Goodman? He wore a G-Shock in that movie. Do you guys know which G-Shock that is? Okay, I've put forth the question, so answer it. Meanwhile, I'll attend to a couple of chat. I used to be a watch after. Okay, so that is John Goodman. So John Goodman wore a G-Shock in that movie. Do you guys, Conan, do you know which G-Shock that is? So let me quickly go through some of the chats. So you guys, you can believe in an astrologer. Okay, as I said, you have to like the watch in the first place. There's no point in getting a watch because someone recommended an astrologer or someone else, and you end up hating it every time it's on your wrist. Okay, so I don't believe in that, but then it's totally your call. Okay, so Parth has a question. What do you think about Alba subsidiary of Seiko watches? See, I want to buy a Seiko watch. Okay, now again, there are people who don't want to buy Seiko watches because they cannot afford it. And if you're buying that most basic Seiko watch, which costs 12,000 rupees with the NH35 movement, then go ahead and get it. But if I buy a Seiko watch, I'll buy the Seiko 5 Sports for 25,000 rupees, or Seiko 5 GMT, which costs 40,000 rupees with an upgraded movement, improved movement, the 7S26, sorry, 4R36 movement. And Alba, I looked into Alba watches and they use the NH35 movement from Seiko. And I'm not saying it's bad, but then I have to probably check if anyone owns this watch and get my hands on it before I buy it, instead of just blindly buying it. But then if I have some extra money lying around, I don't mind buying the Alba watches. I've heard some really good things about the Alba watches with Seiko movement. I might look into it, and they've got some really cool designs inspired by the Omegas and the Rolexes, so I might look into it. Did anyone get the answer? Satish Rao says DW5900. Was that you or was that Google? Yes, so the movie that came out, The Big Lebowski, in 1990s, the late 90s, I was in high school, John Goodman wore a G-Shock that is DW5900. Will you guys see that watch on this channel? Well, you'll have to find out. You never know, right? And you can pick this up for like 5,000 rupees on Amazon or Flipkart. DW5900 is a cool watch. It's called the Walter because of its face, the design. It's called the Walter. It's nicknamed the Walter. Yes, Kishore, you're right. It's the DW5900, and you know, it's one of those G-Shocks where when I first saw it, it didn't really appeal to me because majority, the surface area of the face is taken up by those three eyes, and the display is really tiny, like the tiny mouth, right? But then I ended up liking it. The more I looked into it, the more videos I saw on YouTube and the more pictures I saw, it started, I started liking it. So you might see it featured on the channel. Unboxing can happen, you never know. Okay guys, so I think my throat is getting dry. All right, I think it's time to wrap it up. Shout out to everyone who showed up and supported the show, being part of this show. I appreciate you guys. I will do more such shows in the future with some themes going on, or do when we have more community members joining our community, more members joining our community, more subscribers joining our community, and when they share their pictures, their collection, will have more material to show, so that we can do more shows in the future. So I really appreciate you guys. So if you have any questions anytime, please follow us on Instagram. Okay, let's just remove this. Please subscribe. If you're new here, please subscribe, and also follow us on Instagram. It's here, tiktoktreasures.in. Follow us. And if you have any questions anytime, drop a DM. But please join the Reddit community. We want to grow it, and we want to see how soon we can get to the 100 member mark on Reddit. We are, I think, at 15 members as of now, and we're still very active there. And yeah, please join the Reddit. It's same. Go on Reddit, on the search bar, look for TikTok Treasures, the channel name, on Reddit, and join the community. And Conan, thank you so much for, I know you're busy at work, time zone problems, but you still are here. You don't know how much I appreciate, and thank you for sharing your collection. Satish sir, thank you for sharing your collection. Suresh Oban, he's not, I didn't see him live, but thank you for sharing the collection if you watched this repeat telecast. Toy, thank you for sharing your collection. Kayur, thank you for sharing your MWD 110. Bigger Lebowski, Arun, thank you for sharing your Casio Royale with us and interacting with us in the chat. And thank you everyone for being part of this show. Please keep supporting the channel. I really appreciate you guys. It means the world to me, and we want to, okay, I also told you that I wanted some inputs on the 500 subscriber giveaway. I want to do a 5,000 subscriber milestone giveaway when we are very close to the 5K mark, or when we cross the mark. I am in talks with Desert Card people to make it bigger. I don't want a 500 AED this time because it has to be really big, and we will run it again for a couple of weeks and make it very professional this time. Instead of just commenting, maybe we'll have forms to eliminate people trying to bypass the rules and regulations and terms and conditions to try to cheat the system, so that it is fair on everyone, and aim to my aim is to convince Desert Card or anyone else. I'm trying to reach out to other people as well, other retailers, sellers, and other authorized dealers as well, and not just Casio, like other brands, to see if we can choose 3 winners. If we get multiple sponsors, great, we'll have more prizes to give away, and that is my goal. So I'm working really hard. I know it's very difficult to convince multiple people because 5,000 subscribers is not a huge milestone for most people when they want to promote their brand on the channel, but this is why I like Desert Card. So I'm trying to communicate with these people to make it really big. At least have 3 winners. That's my goal, to get 3 people, make 3 people happy by choosing 3 winners with 5K subscriber giveaway. But I'll try my best. Then if I don't get a sponsor, I don't mean to be pessimistic, but if I don't get a sponsor, then I have to do it on my own. Then I have to restrict it to just 1 winner. But thank you guys so much. I'm sorry. Okay, Conan has a question, so let me just. It's like I can't seem to end the chat. Okay, non-fitness question. Sorry, non-watch question. Just because. Best fitness Indian meal. Tired of American healthy food. Lol. I thought Americans didn't have healthy food. Okay, so when it comes to nutrition, there is nothing called as the best fitness meal. See, it's always about prioritizing protein and eating as much as possible at home cooked, so the ingredients that go into your meals. It's about building a relationship with the ingredients before it becomes a dish and then becomes a meal, and because where everything is coming from, where the ingredients are being sourced, instead of going to a restaurant every single night of the week. So I don't recommend that. The healthiest meal is that which you cook at home, where where the ingredients are coming from, where the ingredients are sourced, and the mode of cooking, you're not deep frying stuff. So there is no fixed healthy meal. So it's a combination of so many things, right? All right, guys. So thank you so much. If I missed any of the messages on the live chat, I really apologize. So if you have these questions, if I have missed any, please go on Reddit, join our community, and drop those questions, and post. Send pictures of your watches daily, do watch shots, or if you have sale alerts, you spot a sale happening on Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, anywhere on the internet, just share it on Reddit so others are aware of it. Kishore, I'm sorry, but I have to end the show, but to quickly answer the difference between 5600, G5600 E-1 and 5600 UE is that the G5600, they both are tough solar, but the E-1 is the older module with electroluminescence, and the 5600 UE is the same tough solar, except it's the updated module with the not EL, super illuminator, bright LEDs, and there are a couple of other differences. I've talked about it when I reviewed the G5600 UE. Please look into it. Just check out the video. Just go through the library. It has a couple of extra features as well. The UE, it's the updated module. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us live on this show. Have a great rest of the week, and I will see you guys in the comment section or on Instagram or on Reddit. All right? You guys have a good night, and Conan, you have a lovely rest of the day at work. You take care.